to the debut edition of the African Community Bulletin on STV Shine with your host, Daniel Ekubo. And in this maiden edition, we focus on Afiesere community, a fast-growing community in Ughelli North Council of Delta State, where the community spokesman, otherwise known as Otota, in the native language, DSP Itobore retired, gave insight into what his office as Otota is all about and how he's using the position to positively advance the growth and development of his community. Enjoy the interaction.
Yes, I am. My names are DSP Itobore. I retired from the police about 5 years ago with the rank of a deputy superintendent of police. On retirement, the community invited me to come and be the speaker of this community, Afiesere community. Today, proudly I'm the speaker of the community.
Thank you very much. What would you define as the role of the Otota or the spokesperson in our modern day communities?
Yes, before my appointment, a lot of things were put in place. Otota, also known as the speaker of the community, the functions are to solve little conflicts between people of the community.
Okay.
So anyone that is above our own discussion can equally be handed over to the police. But all this civil matter in the community, they fall under my jurisdiction to settle them in our local court, known as the Okpakore Court.
We also understand that in our communities, the hierarchy of leadership, we still have that of the President General's executive, aside the elders, which you just mentioned. How does this run?
Well, we have three arms of government in this community. We have the executive, which is headed by the President General, the President of Community, Umukoro. Then we have the youth executive, which is headed by Itobore, Onobere. Then the Council of Elder, which is headed by me as a daughter. Whatever I report everything, whatever I discuss in this my area, I equally inform the President General for confirmation. So that's how it runs.
How long have you been the Otota of Afiesere, and what would you say have been some of your achievements and challenges?
Yes, for now, I'll be able to, the position I'll be here is August. That is 1 year and some few months now. I've taken over the matter of leadership there. And when I resumed duty, I saw everything was porous. The whole thing there, the rules of laws were not being followed. So when I met the office, I now decided to restructure it. One, you don't just tell people verbally that you are wanted at the court. I introduce what they call summon letter. When a complainant comes to complain, after listening to him, you issue a summon letter, which will be given to Yolo to go and serve to the person. The person will receive it. Original copy received by me. They will bring the fellow copy to me for me to confirm that he has received the message with the offense they charge him for. So that is one of the highest achievement I have there. Then secondly, the mode of dressing to the court. In the community like this, some people take it as anyhow. But when I climbed the table, I told them that if you are coming to court, you have to dress well. The elderly, that is 50 years and above, you tie your wrapper as a tradition of Urobo to the court. Then the youth, you must be corporately dressed before you appear to the court. So doing, many people have returned to go and dress well since I entered that leadership. And cases are being decided accurately the way we see them. No partiality, no inferiority, no ethnicity. We don't, whether you are a stranger in the community or you are from this community, if you are guilty, you are guilty. So that is one of the achievements so far. and the community is happy over that.
As your total Afiesere community, which is one of the leading Oya communities within this locality, what would you say are the developmental challenges facing the community? Generally, the needs in area of amenities, social amenities from the government, from Oya prospecting companies, and all of that.
You see, we always ask of needs. The health sector has been a very big challenge. But recently, I was being informed that based on our complaint, a matron has been deployed to be here, a permanent matron who will take up the health situation. To that end, that is another achievement too. It has been a challenge before. So, but today, we have a matron on ground. Then, in the area of the school, the primary school is not right to my part. Very dilapidated. If the government can cut our end and begin to do it, they need to feed that place, replant all those feed. The building, when you look at some roof, the windows removed from the roof, we need to put them in order. Those are some of the challenges we have here. Then in the area of market, we discover recently that the market is coming down. People they don't like to patronize the market. The reason is that we have one major market at Owerri there. That market is overshadowing our market. So we want to really have a roundtable talk so that we can fix a very good date for that market to function. The neighboring community, all of them can bring their waste so that they can sell it here. So those are some of the challenges we have here. And of course, the elderly, they don't have any means of, living. If the oil company coming to work here should be able to insert their name in the voucher for little stipend at the end of every month, everybody will be happy. So that is very, very important.
Now let's look at state of security. Good enough, you are from the security background.
Yeah.
So what is the state of security in Afiesere?
Well, before this time, when I came as a retired officer, the security was very bad. So the committee equally appoint me as the CSO of the company to oversee the crime and all this thing. During the tenure of my government, at least we reduce the crime down. But recently, we are witnessing stealing of Okada mostly, that is motorcycle. Even though the house is fenced, your machine is inside. You wake up and see that the machine is out and the gate is locked. So that is one of the things we are trying to nip on the board now. We are still investigating to see how we can get to that. But of course, security is everybody concerned. And if the people should, like people say, if you see something, say something. These are the things. The people should not be afraid to report any suspected person in their community to us or in their neighborhood. Landlord has been frequently told, if anybody is leaving your house, don't do anything. And at night you go report the person to us so that we can checkmate all this happening here. Otherwise, security is something that we cannot eradicate totally. We can only minimize it. So we are trying our best.
What would you say is the predominant occupation of the people of Afiesere? Do they still actively participate in our ancient farming?
Yes, the basic occupation here for the people here is farming. That is what I grew up to see here. But as the life is changing, our children went to school. Most of them are teachers. And God has done it that we have a facility at the flow station. Most of our youth now, they now work in that place. So that is what we are using to manage it up by now.
Now, with the proximity of Afiesere to Ughelli Township, would you say urbanization is equally affecting Afiesere?
Very, very, very well. In short, when I retired, as I was coming home, I confused. To know the road to my street was difficult because the place was so developed and expanded. The kind of beauty I see in Lagos, those are the type of beauty I'm seeing outside today. So Afiesere is developing very fast, and we are happy about that.
Now, let's look at the Urhobo Progress Union. How would you rate UPU generally in terms of performances by the outgoing executive?
UPU is a body of Urhobo, isn't it so? And I was privileged to attend one of the meetings here in Agbaro, as I retire. What I see inside there is that the best person to be voted for now. Otherwise, I am looking at factionalize that the people, they are not working together. We should come together so that we become one Urhobo voice for the EPU. That is all what I can say about it. Because in Ogun State, when I was serving there, I was the vice president of the UPU there for my area there. We know how we do it. But coming to Urhobo here, I was surprised that things are not too working well. For example, this is a Urhobo national item, Kokoko or Bari. When I was in Lagos and Ogun State, your children, they know how to recite it very well. So I can say we cooperate them more than people here at home. Our children cannot recite it. I have grown-up children here. Can you recite this? They say they don't know. But down there, everybody knows how to do it, so they should work hard. There are still much work for the UPU to be done here.
Now, coming from that angle, Afiesere, despite the fact that urbanization is affecting Afiesere, is the native language Urhobo still prevalent here in Afiesere?
Yes. We make it a point of. I think this is why I will refer to the former PG Aduvie. All the meeting we are holding here, we make it a point of doing that Urhobo is the major language that we use there. We don't even talk English when we are there. So we are proud of our language. Urhobo still remain our language here. We are happy with it. Today, the new PG has come down. The same thing. We don't speak English when we hold our meetings at the town.
You just mentioned the new PG.
Yes.
How would you describe his leadership so far?
His administration is a due process. He follow due process. He don't jump into things. The ESCO, he carry them along. If something come on top of the table, he will ask people to comment. The majority win the day. So that is part of the system of administration. And the communities are hailing him for now.
Finally, what would you want to tell the people of Afiesere who you are their auditor?
Well, I would like to tell them, one, they should be law-abiding. They should not take law into their hand. Like what I'm able to repair here, I wanted to control like that. When I came, the former area commander invited me several times that the land police are not entering the community. And I refute it. The general commander said, look, it's not true. A criminal is a criminal. If you're having to do in the community and the president committee will come and arrest the president, before these days, Afiesere man will block you for not coming in. But now, if anybody commit offense, they will even arrest the president and hand over to the police. So I'm happy with that. And then we are progressing in the community. We are progressing for where we are in the community today. The woman leader is working. We, the authorities, are working. The youth are working. And the federal executive, we are working. So there is peace in the town generally.
That is the size of the maiden edition of the African Community Bulletin on STV channel. Thanks for viewing. Always keep it with us. I remain your host, Daniel Akubu, STV channel.